Well, folks, here it is. When I started this project, we started with the white garage. I had to empty it, tear it down, remove all the waste, get rid of all the junk, get rid of all the stuff that was on the ground around it. And then I had to dig out. The pad was 24 foot by 44 foot. The garage that I was buying was 24 foot by 50 foot. And they told me that I needed to have an extra 6 inches on each side. So I thought, okay, I'll dig it out and I'll make it 25 foot wide and 51 foot long. So I got it all done. I got it all dug out. This is what I'm doing here. I'm digging it out. And then I went through and I put every 18 inches, I drilled a 6-inch hole into the concrete and put a 3/8 rebar or 3/4 rebar. I don't even remember what size, I could be wrong, of rebar in there all the way around. And then they told me to take a picture of it and send it to the foundation guy. And he said, oh, well, the original pad was 6 inches of concrete. So I was making it 6 inches. Well, he's like, oh, that has to be 12 inches deep all the way around. And so you're 6 in, you have to have a 1 foot by 1 foot footer all the way around. So after I dug all this stuff out, put in all the rock, had it all prettied up, you'll see where it goes. I even talk about it later in the video. I had to start almost all over again on the concrete work. I was doing it all myself. Everybody else is working or doing other stuff. So my measurements were done with that board that you see right there. That's a 1 foot deep board. Because what I did is I went 1 foot anyway with the digging all the way around. So I made that little board to be my, level it out and just go 1 foot down. And then I put in 6 inches of gravel, except for all the way out on the outside. Well, that's where I had to dig it down even more. But we did end up finally getting the 1 foot all the way around it. So the concrete on the outside is 12 inches deep all the way around, and then the pad itself is 6 inches. So the pad itself ended up being 25 foot wide and 51 foot long. Maybe 52, I don't even remember. But yeah, I ended up having to break up concrete that was put down in 1966. On the right of the screen, over by the light green truck, there's a 24. No, that's the 50-foot side. I had to cut that up. And then on the opposite side of where we're at, right behind us, that's a 24 foot. And I had to cut like a foot all the way around that, bring that concrete up, dig it down the 12 inches, put down some gravel, like a gravel base, build the thing, and then we brought the concrete in, got it done. And this is still just me working on this concrete and trying to figure out what all I gotta do. I started this project, I weighed 300 and almost 40 pounds. At the end of the project, I was at 299. So it did do me some good. to do this project, besides getting a new garage. But yeah, it was a lot of the days that I'm doing all this stuff. It was in the 90s that I was shoveling, and thank God it's a sandy area. So if you see, I'm using a snow shovel here. And of course, Grace is my supervisor. And I did a lot of it by hand, just like that. You know, I have the tractor, but I'm not a very good operator, so I wasn't very good at leveling stuff. So I did all leveling stuff by hand, every bit of it. And I was wore out, as you can see. Yeah, here's the other side. That this is before I found out that I had to cut all that other concrete out. And I saved all the field stone. You can see that piled up there, laying there in the middle. That's all field stones that were coming out of the ground as I was digging. This whole side I dug by hand, by myself, with no help, just me. And a lot of people coming up and giving me advice on, hey, you should do this. And a lot of that, but I did have a buddy of mine, Cowboy. You'll see him in some of my other videos. He came over and worked his ass off too, digging too. I forgot about that over on the other side. He did a lot of digging over here too. And after, oh, yeah, it's a pain. But yeah, Cowboy helped me out a lot. And then he helped me after it was built too, so he's still helping me. We help each other out. I got a good video coming up of us going and getting hay. And that was just a crazy day. Neither one of us were really into it, and we were just, it was a day. But yeah, that video will be coming up. We were trying to drive a truck that neither one of us are qualified to drive, and it's kind of funny to watch. You'll have to talk about that in our comments. But what I could have you do is, if you would comment on what project I should try to do next. I got a lot of them to do too. Got to refinish some butcher block countertops, and I don't know if I can do that yet because it's cold out, so I think it has to be a certain temperature. So we also have to work on the camper. We got a bunch of stuff to do on the inside of the camper, but I can't get the camper in the garage until I cut down the trees behind where the tractor is right now. So if you look right behind Grace's butt, you see my tractor. There's some trees right there that I need to cut down so I can swing the bus around. I'll bring it into the barn, and then we can work on the inside of it. And, we got to put in solar. We got to do some water stuff. That'll probably be the next project that we do, I'm thinking. But I don't know how soon that video will come out. That'll probably won't come out till next year, because we'll work on that all winter and just do a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit here. And I don't know, maybe I'll pick a project and we'll do it on the bus, and then we'll pick another project and do it on the bus and make those all videos. Tell me what you think in the comments, if that's what you'd like to see. Or would you rather just me do it and then show you the beginning and show you the end? Or would you rather see the process in between? None of my videos are how to do videos. They are all how I did. And most of the time it's not the way it's supposed to be done. So don't look to me for advice. I'll get it. I'll make it work. But I'm sure there's probably better ways and smoother ways to make things happen. Right now, there's the grounding rod that I found. Didn't even know it was there. Don't know what it wasn't hooked up to anything. It was just stuck in the ground. So we now have two 1/2 inch 8-foot long grounding rods grounded into the garage, so the garage is actually grounded properly. They're 8 foot down and 8 foot apart on them grounding rods, so we got that part. And I know that's a cute picture. Oh, you girls really like that, don't you? I know it. I know it, but I'm taken, so sorry. Yeah, this was the day. A little by little, I just worked on it. Um, and you can see every once in a while I'll pull the tape out and I'll measure to see if I'm 12 inches away from the edge. And I think I was trying to change the music a little. That's what it was. Yep, and here comes Kramer to help. Kramer would come over and help. I'm surprised he didn't pee on the camera, because that's what Kramer does. Pees on everything. But I also got the bug back there. I need to get that in the garage and figure out what's wrong with it. We've got the Caprice hearse. It's got a timing issue, so we got to take the timing system off of that and fix it. That'll be a fun video. We got to get my buddy's HHR over and take his towing package off of it and put it on the Jeep so that we can hook it to the back of the bus and tow it around when we're out causing havoc in the world next summer. We bought the Jeep specifically because we could flat tow it behind the bus. And my buddy's got the towing system thing that hooks up to the front of the Jeep and to the back of the bus. You know, can't remember what they're called, but he has that. I just have to take it off of his HHR. So we're going to drag that over to the house someday and get it taken care of too. And then the one shed where we were taking everything out, and the box, the truck box, I want to take that and drag it down by the pond after I get it emptied, and then we're going to make a little cabin back there. We can go back and sit by the pond and maybe play cards or, whatever, just to get away, hang out a little bit. Maybe if somebody wanted to come over and camp out there at night, one of the grandkids or kids or whoever. Or if we have a big bonfire and people want to stay the night, we'll have that place back there. Yeah, I'm beat. Wearing me out. This is what I did best right here. Taking breaks. That's one of the reasons it took me so long, because I can only work for so long, and then I gotta stop and sit down and take a break, knees, back, all the fun stuff. Oh, Grace is gonna get down there and dig for me. There you go. Nope, she's gonna take a break too. She likes to take breaks. She likes to be petted. She likes to be by me all the time. Yep, she's a great dog. She's a rescue. But I say, Grace, I think maybe we should probably get our butts to work. What do you think? Should we start working on this? We got more and more and more to do, so. Hey. Okay. Let me fix the music on my radio here, and I guess I'll get back to work. Nope, not getting back to work. I don't know if you noticed it there, but Grace just jumped down and she put her butt onto the concrete and was sitting kind of like I was just for a second. And she's there trying to say hello. Her and Kramer. They're gonna go run around the yard and play grab ass. That's what my dad used to say. Quit playing grab ass and get to work. See, there they go. And Grace just sits down and says, "Stop it." And Kramer keeps it up. So, I guess this is a longer break than I thought I was going to take. Who knows? That's the great thing about being retired. You can do things at your own pace. And any way I want to do it. Alright, I probably didn't even know the camera was still running. I'm just sitting here, resting my bones. Guess I'll get back to work. Make it look like I'm working. Somebody must be on their way. Oh, somebody's coming. I better act like I'm working. I learned that from the military. Alrighty. Well, I guess we'll let you watch me work, and I'll shut me mouth for a second. All right, so here we go. I went out and rented this concrete saw, and you just hook it to your hose and start it up and drive it right along and cut the concrete. And yeah, it was fun because this is actually going 3, almost 4 times faster than what I was actually moving. And if you notice, I'm putting my weight into it, and that's a lot. Trying to get that thing to move along, and it just seemed like it was taking forever. And you pay by the hour on that there tool. And I think the people that rented it to me made it so it would go real slow, so they can get more money out of it. But yeah, that's 6 inches of concrete, and it's from 1966. So I think that concrete was a little bit harder than the concrete that they make now. That seemed awfully hard to cut, but we did it. All right, folks, here it is. It's probably not right, but everything's cut out, everything's dug out the way it's supposed to be. It's 24 inches deep. There's a bunch of little roots in here that I had to deal with. It really made it a pain in the butt, but I got it. And then with the help of my son and my wife, we got all the concrete in and poured. And now, the next one we got to do is see that V in that tree. Well, that V, here's Daniel finishing up the concrete. And now we had to get rid of that because it was sticking to where the garage would have been. It landed right on top of the pad, and I had to clean it up. Thanks to Daniel, he helped me. And here we are.
Well, folks, there you have it. That is how you build a garage from what you saw before to what you see now. in under 30 minutes. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.